Finally he sleeps here, back again with another GearHeads video. Today we're going to take a look at the Ray-Ban Meta Wayfarer Gen 2. We've had a lot of smart glasses here on the channel. We do a lot of car videos, repair videos and stuff here, and a pair of video recording goggles or glasses, eyeglasses, make a huge difference so that your hands free while you're doing it. And there's a lot of options. And the glasses that we've been using, there's some audio issues that come with them, and I'm not really completely happy with the video quality. So we decided to upgrade to the new Gen 2 Wayfarers, and we're going to open these up, test them out, and see how they compare. See how they compare to the glasses that we've been using. And obviously, the Ray-Ban Wayfarers are a little bit more expensive. But for us, because this is a YouTube channel, I like if you can see it, there's the case is actually the charging case. These are the glasses. We went with clear. Now you can't swap out the lenses. You can get prescription lenses for them as well. But wow, the size, I like the size. They're not too big. Oh, the voice function on this is great. It's a much better quality than what I had with the last pair of AI glasses. I haven't read the instructions yet, so we don't know any more than what it is. They are Meta glasses. There is the case. We're going to have to read up on them and figure out exactly what all they do. And then we'll test the quality of the camera, the video camera, and the audible. I can tell you right now that the sound that is coming through these just with the audible notifications is far superior to the last cheaper pair that we were testing videos on. So that shows a good sign moving forward. The glasses came with a card with a QR code and allowed you to download the app, the Meta app that set up the pairing process to the phone and connected them. It was super simple the way they connected, and they came preloaded. They've got about 75% battery life, so we can test them. The case is actually the charging case. There is like a port up front when you put it in, and then as you can see, like as it's actually electronic. There's a little light that comes on, and the key with the Gen 2 is it's supposed to have support you to be able to charge this multiple times in the case. So like if you've got a fully charged case and a fully charged pair of glasses, you can get up to 8 hours of use out of the glasses and then charge them a few times so that it extends the life of them without having to worry about recharging because the case is in it. But if you've had like AirPods or anything else, it's pretty much the same type of thing, just expanded into this. The app, super simple to use. The quality on the speakers were amazing. But not only that, the amount of things inside the glasses, they have a microphone in the front under the earpiece or under the nose piece. There are microphones at the temples to be able to collect everything. It's got multiple speakers, deep sound, listening to music connected through Spotify into the Meta app. The music sounds great. It's not tinny. There's actually a little bit of bass to it as you hear it, but you can hear everything ambient around as well. The functionality as far as the Meta side of these go, to the communication through Meta, as long as it's connected, is it's just spot on. One of the functions that I really like is there's a sliding touchpad so that you can increase volume and lower the volume or adjust tracks. Hey, Meta, play music, that kind of thing. But one of the big things is this is something that I didn't have in the other AI glasses that we've tested, is an on-off switch that's easily accessible. And the on-off switch is right there inside the piece. It's just a little slide tab that slides back and forth that turns it on and off. Another function is when it is recording, you can see there is a light right here that shows that it's on. When you are actually filming, that light comes on and stays on. So while the glasses are on, you can look over and see the light to know that it is in the middle of recording. That's amazing. The other glasses, the only way you could tell was the lights on the outside. So that inner light and the indication here so that you can see, like, am I actually recording or did it stop? And was I not paying attention? That is pretty amazing. The next thing to test, though, is the quality on the photography and the video. For us, we're using these for YouTube videos. So that's the big thing, is what the sound sounds like compared to here in the studio with the microphone and noise cancellation and everything. How good does this work when I'm actually in a vehicle or recording something and testing things out? These do record high speed and up to 3K quality, so the video quality is much better. But the one thing to mention is these are vertical. These record in vertical, whereas the glasses that we tested last time were 4x3, so it was more of a square. This is going to be straight vertical for social media. So if we're recording for 16:9, we're going to have to do a lot of cropping. That 3K quality is going to come into play. So on to the next stage of testing. But so far, really impressed. I've got the app connected to the glasses in the Meta connected here. And then I'm downloading the couple of videos that we took, importing them in. And what's really cool is it actually imports them directly into your photography folder. And on the other glasses that we tested, that did not happen. You had to actually then save them because it records them in the actual. It records them in the actual glasses. Records them in the actual glasses. It kept turning the music on. I'm tapping the side of them, pointing to the glasses. It records them in the glasses, and then you have to download them in the app, and then save them into your folder into there. But they are recorded here. They record up to 3 minutes at a time in at the video. I haven't went into the settings to see like what the quality is, like what default quality we have set up on here. But they are vertical. That is the one thing. They are a vertical picture, which is going to make editing much simpler. So now that we have these pictures in, let's take a look and see what the recording looked like. Okay, testing this out. This is a new tool that we have here that we are going to be making a video on. And I just want to see the quality of recording versus the sound that we have coming out of here. So just to hear, figure the plastic in the background. There's actually a lawnmower running in the background as well. I don't know if the audio is going to pick any of that up. The sound is really good. Listening to the recording back, the sound is fantastic. I'm actually going to say that I like the vertical because you can see this looks fine here, but if you see the full video, we'll cut this away and you can see the entire video. It's really difficult to get used to moving your entire head because the glasses are a point, a fixed POV, and you have a tendency to look down while you're recording, and instead of moving your head completely. So when I was recording with the other glasses, I struggled to keep what I wanted focused on in the middle of the frame, and this is allowing it to adjust. So going from a vertical to going from 16:9 to 9:16, or or actually the other way around, going from a vertical to a horizontal, it actually is easier with these. If you're recording vertical and you're using it vertical for TikTok or Instagram or whatever you're doing it, you're going to have to actually really focus on the framing. That's going to be something that will require some effort and thought. But the video quality, I'm happy with. The sound quality, having the microphones in multiple places on the glasses is much better. You can buy a cheap pair of smart glasses, and depending upon what the point of what you're using them for, they're entertaining. They do have a lot of usefulness. But if you're wanting something that is a much higher quality, I would say these are the way to go. With the difference between the Gen 1 and Gen 2 came down to mostly video quality and battery life. That's the two major factors. And for us, that was well worth the additional money for the Gen 2 because of stability and the higher resolution. If we are using these for YouTube, if you're just using them for personal, and you can save a decent amount of money going with the Gen 1, I probably would go with the Gen 1 over the Gen 2. It came to the microphone quality is the same. That didn't change. All of the updates that you can get for the Gen 2 and Gen 1 directly from the meta updates that are out and coming in the future. They say they're not going to change anything. The Gen 1s are going to be able to do what the Gen 2s do. It's just the Gen 2s have a little bit faster processor. They have better battery life and a higher resolution on the camera. But the lower resolution on the Gen 1s is still high enough that I think for most people it's going to be perfectly fine. That's it. I hope that information helped. We're excited to get into these and try them out for some future videos. And hopefully you guys subscribe here on the channel so you never miss when a video goes live. And finally he sleeps. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep doing it.
Finally he sleeps.